Hello class 10, once again I am before you with the topic sectors of the Indian economy. Today I will tell you about how the second division has been done. As division of sectors on the basis of the employment condition, and on the basis of the employment condition this criteria has been used to divide the economic activities into organized and unorganized sector. Organized sector include all those activities, enterprises and workplace which have been registered under the government, which follows rules and regulations, and there is process and procedures which is followed by the organization or the enterprises. And here so many facilities which is available for the persons who are employed here, and there is certain procedure which is followed to employ the workers or the persons who want to work here. But that is why, because of the features that is available with us, like job security is here, nice payment is made, time schedule is there which is fixed and which is followed every day. Then besides salary, the persons, means the employees, also get other benefits like medical, paid leaves. After retirement they are given pension, gratuity, etc. So that is why these all features make the organized sector jobs most sought after and very lucrative. But what we see that in almost more than half of our population, or around 60 to 70% of our population, they are not working in organized sector. They earn their living in unorganized sector. It means that employment is not too much, or it is not increasing in organized sector, and around 30% people are only are employed in organized sector. But what are the features and what are the things which is present in organized sector? Means people go to offices, banks and government departments which runs by the government, and where the main objective or aim is to provide or increase the welfare of the people, and to provide them safety and security and proper conducive environment and workplace where all types of hygienic sanitation and safe clean drinking water it is provided there. So here workers who are working here or who have got employment in organized sectors, offices, factories, etc., they work with a very clean atmosphere, and there is no fear of losing the job because work or job security is there. So these things make this the job of organized sector very attracting, and people are attracted towards it. But what we see that the job seekers are more, and the vacancies or the posts or the vacancies are less. So people are bound to work in unorganized sector, where these things are fixed working hour is not there, and if worker work for more hours, they are not paid as per the work that they have done or they are doing. If they do overtime, they are not paid for it. But in organized sector, if people work for extra time, they are paid for it. Means overtime is also paid, and after retirement they are given pension, they are given gratuity. Means so many act which government has made to protect the workers in the organized sector, it is followed here. Job security is there. Job security means what? Once the person has joined the job, they retire after a certain age, that is 60 or 62 years of age, and till that age they feel very secured, they feel safe that no one will remove them until they do very bad, or until it is done by anything that they do which is not up to mark or which is unsatisfactory. So these things have made the organized sector job very interesting and very good for the workers, those who are working and those who want to work in the organized sector. So in this way what I have told you, that employment conditions of the sector divide the economic activities into organized and unorganized. Why it is called organized? Because it follows rules and procedures. It has some process which is fixed, and which is, means if worker get employment here, they are given letter. Employment means appointment letter. So these things are very, next class I will do tell you about the features of unorganized sector. Okay, thank you.